everybody. Sharp Bets Fantasy Sets. We're reeling in here October, the nice fall weather, even though it's still a little hot here in New Jersey. October, the greatest month of all time for sports as far as I'm concerned. You got the baseball playoffs, which as a Yankee fan, I could look forward to every year. And the Mets fans have a slight taste of it this year. College football in full swing with Nas's Colorado Buffalo pulling off the upset. And if you listened to him last week, he would have made some money. Not in his parlay, though, because he went with Georgia. Sorry about that. You got the MLS playoffs coming up in a month. You got college basketball around the corner, even though the Jayhawks will probably win the national championship. Hockey starting this week. Did I leave anything out? I don't know, but it's the greatest month. Oh, basketball, right around
NBA, yeah.
NBA. Left out the thing. As a Knicks fan for so long, I'm not used to it. Now that they're good, I guess I should start paying attention. So that's where we're at right now. Really quick, Sharp Bets Fantasy Sets. Go get some merch. I got the hat over here. Can't wear it this week, though, because my wife gave me a haircut, and it does look pretty nice. I got to give her some credit for that. Since COVID, I saved a lot of money for my Great Clip coupons and having to go there for $6.99 cuts, and now they're done free. That's a true story, baby. All right. Also, I released an album this week. It's called Commercial Break. So go on Bandcamp, buy it for $5. Bandcamp goes straight to me, which I'll put back into the podcast. Even if I'm lying to you, you won't know. I got bills to pay. It's football time, baby. Let's go here. We're going to go on our round table, and I'm going to start off with Mike because finally you're on our level and you experienced the loss. And I know you might have had a little drinks flowing on Sunday. So in our group chat that Sir's not included in, sorry about that group, it's the basketball one again. So Mike, next time you send a text, send them to both so Sir can laugh at you as well. You seem pretty confident going into that game right before kickoff. And you said you'd put your house on the Bills. And I hope you didn't. So go on. How'd you feel?
Yeah, no, I was about 8 beers deep, taking a number one while you guys was texting that. So I was not in the state of I was very biased, and I was just going with the Bills, even though I did think they were going to win, not get blown out like they did. I really don't think that we're in too much trouble right now. I mean, Ravens are a good team. I think, just a future reference, I think they're going to be one of my picks for this week. I think the Ravens are going to be, hitting the stride right now. Henry had a monster game. He always destroys the Bills, even when he was on the Titans. So when that first play happened, I knew okay, this is not going to be good when he broke out an 85-yard touchdown. But yeah, I think the Bills they'll get back on track. Ravens are, I think, they'll be a powerhouse when it's all said and done. I think I do believe that flea flicker play was horrible. The one they threw the ball to Allen, line up as a receiver, and then try to run flea flicker. He fumbled. We were down by 11 points at that point.
Yeah.
We still there. It's a 4-point game. So that whole momentum just switched on that fumble. But Allen still had thrown an interception. That's a positive.
There you go. So you got to look at what I like to call the silver lining when it comes to losses, Mike, and you did that pretty well there. Now, I know that it was the Bills, and the Bills will be there at the end, but sometimes it's not who you play, it's when you play them. If the Ravens are 3-0 and you're 3-0, I actually think that's a closer game. 1-2, you're walking into a buzzsaw there, especially when you're 3-0. That's why I thought Nas's pick with the Ravens was great. Nas, since your team actually sucks this year, why don't you gloat a little bit about the Ravens and Lamar Jackson before you get into how bad your Patriots are?
Yeah, we look terrible. But I really think when they have the running game going, it's hard to beat them. It's really hard to beat them because, okay, you crowd the box, get ready to tackle Derrick Henry, then Lamar pulls it out and run for a 40-yard gain. Okay, and then you contain on the edges, and then Derrick Henry just blows right up the middle, and then you see what happened on Sunday night. But I really think if they continue to run the football effectively like how they've been doing, it's going to be really hard to beat them. You'll have to go score for score to beat them. You'll have to put up a lot of points to beat them.
Right. Now get to your Patriots and an offense that is non-existent.
We need help, and we need help. Offensive line is terrible. Ramondre Stevenson fumbles every game. I can't even. I don't know. We look
might
bad.
Be the worst team in the league. Yeah. So
no. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Okay, we'll see. The worst record.
We look better than Miami did on Monday night.
Right.
Yeah, I was
They
gonna
want-
say your bet's still looking good, man.
It depends. This week's game is going to decide it. It really might.
One of my picks. It's one of my picks.
Now, sir, you beat the crap out of Naz's team, and you didn't even pick your team, even though I thought that was a money bet, the San Fran -9. So you kind of, you did what you said. You lost the game early in the standings for our picks, but you won the game as a fan, right?
I was chilling, man. I'm saying, like, it was stress-free day. I was able to enjoy a few beverages, not have to worry about a thing. It was good. You know what I'm saying? Fred Warner with a little pick six action, although now I think he's banged up now, which kind of sucks too. But no, it was good. It was a good day for the old Surf fella.
All right. Well, is Christian McCaffrey have legs? What's happening?
Man, I'm saying apparently like now he's got tendonitis in both legs. Which, come on, fam, like Matt, I thought the Manning curse was over, bro. What's going on here?
No,
Like,
he's bringing it back. He's bringing it back. That's for damn sure.
Why do you got to bring it back when my boys used to cover it all of a sudden? Now you got to bring it back. Come on.
Well, you know what? Now it's time for Brock.
Yeah, it was a good day for the old. I mean, he got Kittle back. He got Debo back. Last week. They both look. Ayuk needs to wake up though, because like I told you, like ever since he got paid, he's not the same receiver as he used to be. But hopefully that will come.
Yeah, and as for my Dallas Cowboys, we once again beat the crap out of the Giants. Dak Prescott, not beat the crap, but it felt like it. Dak Prescott, 13 in a row versus the Giants, and after letting up horrible running defense and hundreds of yards, the Giants rushed for 26 yards 24 times. God, they stink. It's just terrible. But honestly,
I got a question. I got a question about your boys, though.
Yeah, go on.
Why don't they give the ball to board to Rico Dwally? Like that doesn't be running. He runs hard, and then they pull him for Zeke, and then they pull Zeke for whoever number 40 is, the big dude. But like, Rico
the white guy. Yeah, we got a nice white running back, fullback, Hunter Lupke.
That brother built like a fullback out here. Yeah. Rico be running like he'll break a 7-yard run, then a 9-yard run, then he won't see the field for about a quarter and a half. Like, what's going on, bro?
My bigger question is when I look around the league and see guys like Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs doing well, why did Dallas not pick up any of those guys? That's a bigger question for me. And then not only that, you don't draft anybody. You draft I went on a Deuce Vaughn rant last week and I'm done with it. But I've seen enough of that guy.
No. Give Rico his chance, bro, because he be running.
I agree. There was no reason to re-sign Zeke, but it is what it is. We're 2-2. Niners are 2-2. Dallas is what they are. And I know that I say this every week. It sounds cheap. You just got to get in. They're a team that needs everything to go right. They got to play the perfect game versus teams that are better than them. They don't have the luxury of a Josh Allen, a Pat Mahomes, to where if things go wrong, they could overcome it. Dak Prescott needs a number one receiver. He's a very good quarterback, but very good. Sometimes you need help. It is what it is.
You got $60 million Dak. You'll be all right.
And like I said in week one, I'm okay with it because look at how average Tua is. And look at what's happening when your quarterback goes down.
They look like
look at what happens. Nas, you ask me all the time. I know you're younger. You ask me all the time at the courts, why re-sign Dak? Because look at what happens when your quarterback goes down.
Why do you feel to put the word "very" in front of "good" with Dak? Like, why can't you just put "good quarterback"?
Because I think he's a better than good quarterback. I think Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. I think Dak's a little above. I think it's a low tier 2. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Would you agree with that? He's a better than good quarterback.
I mean, right now Trevor Lawrence is playing like dog water, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's better than I guess there's average. I guess average and good. So maybe
he's above average.
Lawrence at average and Dak at good.
Okay, would you say above average?
Yeah,
there we go. We can agree with that. Above average. So, what are the grading systems? Great, good, average. He's good.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, you got if he's probably a B to where good would be a B minus. So he's a little above a B minus.
Got it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's how I used to sell my grades to my parents. I'm pretty good, I'm not that good.
I'm all right,
Yeah. C stands for cool, right? Can you get a fucking B, Scott? No, I don't care. I care about sports. Here's my cough. Getting over a little sickness here. I'm lying. I'm fine. Went to the Cowboy game last week and it was pleasant. But let's move on. That's the round table here. We're staying local here because a lot has gone on, and I want to start with Sir because you've defended this guy. It's your boy too. You've defended him for 4 years, Robert Saleh. Jets had a horrible loss, and I'm stupid for picking them because I should fucking know better. Jets, horrible loss. Is your boy Saleh on the hot seat if they get blown out this week?
I don't think so because, yeah, they lost last week, but like Saleh's built on defense, right? And his defense only gave up 10 points. Like you, if your defense only gives up 10 points, you should win a game. You should win a ball game. The great Aaron Rodgers only put up 9 points. Come on, like I don't know, man. I don't really think it's on Saleh, but like Saleh will take the blame because you know what I'm saying they went all in to get Rodgers, and you know there are rumors of trying to go draft get another receiver to help him out, but I don't really think it's on Saleh though.
Right, Nas.
So I seen something where Robert Saleh said something, and then Aaron Rodgers came back and said the whole different thing. Yep. I think that is about to be a pot of hell coming up soon. Maybe 100%. 1 or 2 more losses, and it's going to start getting back to the Green Bay Aaron Rodgers, where how he was saying, I can't do it with these young guys, and it's just going to be trouble. So I do think Saleh is on the hot seat coming up.
Mike, I'm sure you're happy about this turmoil.
Well, every team in the AFC's lost, so I was happy about that at least this week. But with Jets, I mean, like Sir was saying, to only score 9 points against the Broncos is pretty embarrassing. A lot of Jets fans are complaining about the weather. I know a couple guys that were at the game. They said the weather wasn't that bad there. I think it looked worse on TV. But I don't know if I'm thinking that the Jets are going to be bad like towards the end of the year, just because I think they will trade for Adams and they'll make Rodgers happy and get him, and then they'll maybe build something off of that. But you do have a lot of players complaining about Saleh, like you said. The cadence situation with Rodgers saying that they need to maybe tone down the cadences, and then Wilson saying they're not as creative as other teams. So, I mean, maybe Saleh can let go. I mean, a little bit of the play calling. I don't know if he's actually calling the plays or not, but the offense needs to generate some more.
Right. Let's not beat around the bush. The guy stinks. Robert Saleh stinks. He's not a coach. He should get fired if they lose to Minnesota. You have to salvage this season. I stood by that with Mike McCarthy. If you lost to the Giants and got blown out, you fire him. But this is New York, and this is a 1 or 2 year experiment. And if you do not have the coach, you got to get rid of him because this guy's cheerleading on the sideline, getting excited when they like get a turnover. It's like, bro, just act like you've been there before.
Yeah,
what are you doing? Bro, move. Like, what are you doing?
That was always his thing, though. Like,
it's not my thing, sir. And if I'm a Jet fan, I'm fucking living. I'm
just saying. I watched Saleh as a D coordinator for my boys, and like every time the defense made a big play. Granted, I know D coordinator and coach are two different things. I understand you. Yes. I understand you, but. Like when D would make a play, he would be like, he would get hyped up. He would be getting ready, like that's what I liked about him. I was kind of sad when he left because I was like, that court now he can coach defense. Now, what they should do, the Jets should do is just what Brady did when he went to Tampa. Saleh, you do the defense, run that defense. Aaron Rodgers, you're so great. Go ahead, run the offense the way you want it, and let's see what happens.
Here's my problem with that, though, sir. It's rinse and repeat the same shit with Mark Sanchez, where Rex only focused on the defense. At some point, like, you need to focus. You're the head coach. Like, focus on the offense, too. You can't, right? Like, so, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Nathaniel Hackett isn't going to let that go by.
And if they do get rid of Saleh, I really think they might leave him in London, to be honest. If they fucking get blown out, it's like, hey, go see Big Ben. We'll meet you there. And then let's get on the flight. Go, go, go.
Why you gonna do why you do my man like that? Come on.
I'm just saying, if I'm a Jet fan, I'm pretty mad right now because that's a bad loss. You have to win that game. And I know Denver to kick me in the nuts, because I didn't think they're that good. They're better than people think on defense, but you can't lose that game at home when you have the Vikings and the Bills coming up. That is such an important game because you could. Right, you could be 4-2 if you split the next two. If you split the next two, 3-3 ain't good enough. You could lose the next two. That's a big game to lose in Denver. But will they go into London? The Vikings have to come back to earth now and then. Let's move into DEVANTEADAMS. Back down to Mike because he said that he thinks they're going to get him. Why do you think they're going to get him? And are you worried they're going to get him? Will that move the needle at all? You as a Bills fan, what do you think?
I mean, that'll definitely move the needle. I mean, Rodgers and Adams have a connection, as we saw in Green Bay, that's pretty much unstoppable. So, I don't think
Yes,
anything.
I saw that. I saw that numerous times as a Cowboy fan. I did.
Yeah, so that definitely would move the needle. I don't think Adams is going to play another down for the Raiders. I don't even think he has a hamstring injury anymore. I think he's just, they're just putting that because they're trying to make the trade. An idea that I saw was maybe Hassan Reddick, because they have an issue with the Jets with Hassan, and they'll just swap players that are unhappy with each other and like add a draft pick or something. But yeah, I think Adams played his last down for the Raiders.
All right, interesting. Any other teams you think might swoop in, Mike?
The Bills don't have the capital. If they can get creative, maybe, but probably another team. Redskins right now are killing it right now. They need a receiver, if they really want to make a push.
I really feel that, and I know I might get hate for this, I feel that Jaden Daniels is going to have the same effect on wide receivers that Lamar Jackson has, and I don't think a lot of receivers are going to want to go to that system. That's just me. Time will tell, and Jaden Daniels will look pretty good. We'll get to him next. But let's go on. Devante Adams.
Yeah, I think he's done in Las Vegas. I seen something. I don't know how true this is, but I seen that he might be a Saint coming up. I don't know.
Well, he loves Derek Carr. Yeah,
no, he does love his boy Carr. So,
I mean, I think wherever he goes, I still think he's a top 5 receiver in NFL, and wherever he goes, it's going to move the needle. But we'll see.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know the likelihood, but one thing I'm thinking of. I mean, maybe who knows? How about the Kansas City Chiefs? You know what I'm saying? They just lost Rashee Rice.
Same division. That's tough.
Okay, I'm saying I know it's a division. I understand you, but it's going to take some capital to get him. So if you trade him in division, you go wow, man. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. They lost Rice, so why not?
Well,
I mean, that's not bad, but it's hard to get traded in the same division.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's not impossible. I mean,
these two teams hate each other though.
I'm just saying. I'm just thinking about
we're also not.
As NFL fans, we wouldn't want to see that.
No, absolutely not. But I'm just saying, Chiefs need a receiver now. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost 6 years to the day where the Cowboys needed a wide receiver and traded for Amari Cooper from the Raiders. I wouldn't be shocked if Jerry Jones made a move if he could make it work.
Oh, God.
I really wouldn't be shocked because Brandon Cooks has a knee infection. And, I mean, why not? Give it a shot.
No, don't give it a shot.
Yeah. Why not?
No.
Why trade a first-round pick for him? You did it for Amari Cooper.
The Raiders said all they want is a second.
Just trade a second-round pick.
Yeah, but we don't want to see him in Dallas.
I'm just saying from a logistics standpoint, it does make sense if they can make the money.
No, it makes a lot of sense, but as a fan, I don't want to watch him fast.
I mean, if we're going logistics, I mean, Sir's pick with the Chiefs makes sense too.
It doesn't because it's the same division. The Raiders have no connection with the Cowboys. You wouldn't. Why would you trade you could argue one of the best receivers in the NFL to the best quarterback of all time to shit on you for the next 3 years? I don't know, sir. I love you. I just don't see it. And if it does happen,
I don't know. I'm just saying, it wouldn't surprise me. I don't want to see it happen. I don't want to see the Chiefs get better, man. I'm tired of them boys. But you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me if it happened.
Chiefs are going to go the route of Amari Cooper, I think. He's not owed that much money anymore. It looks like he's looking for a trade, or the Browns are looking to dump him with that whole thing. I think that's a good move for the Chiefs, Amari Cooper.
Real good move.
But we'll see.
Amari's underrated. You know what I'm saying? That brother can play.
He's a very good receiver. There was just too many times as a Cowboy fan I saw him sit out when the game mattered most. 3rd downs, 4th down. So you know what? I was okay with. Let's move on. It's
not all about the Cowboys, there, old boy. Come on, stop.
I'm telling you from my personal experience. 3rd and 12, season on the line. Why is Amari Cooper on the sideline? Oh, his foot hurts. What? I don't know.
Hey, man, you need your foot out there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
blame the medical staff. Don't blame him. I mean, he looks pretty healthy on the Browns.
He was on the field on 3rd down or 2nd down, so whatever. Jaden Daniels, though. Back to Jaden Daniels. I do think Devante Adams will be a Jet, though, ultimately. Jaden Daniels. I do feel bad for these young quarterbacks nowadays in this world. I think Sir and Mike could attest to this. Nas, you're a little more part of the immediacy world. Like, do you think we anoint these guys way too quick? We're 4 weeks in, and people are immediately like, oh, this guy has the greatest completion percentage. Like, it's like, okay, he's throwing 4-yard passes. His air pass yards are like ranked 29th in the league. So, like, let's take a step back and let these kids develop, because they get put on a pedestal so early that when they do fall, it feels like such a devastating time for them. Mike, do you agree with that?
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but I just don't agree with Daniels. I've watched them in college. I've watched them, in the combine. My buddy's a big Bears, Redskins fans, and he was like, "What do you think about him?" And he was like, I was raving about him even before the draft. So, I mean, if it was anybody, if we were talking about Williams, I would say yes, you're right. But I do believe Daniels has shown enough that you could see his special.
I like that, though. You could see he's special, but you're not willing to crown him yet. Let the kid play. Wait till there's film on him, but that's the world we live in now. Nas, you, young, immediacy, world at your fingers. I need this. I need that. We have everything at our fingertips, and we're the most bored generation of all time. How do you feel?
I think he's playing pretty well. I've been raving about him. I really thought in this year's draft that the Commanders were going to get Drake May and we were going to get Jaden Daniels. So I was like, yeah, I mean, I've been raving about him even before the draft. I think he's a good quarterback. I mean, he's dynamic. He's a good dual threat. But like you said, I think I kind of agree with you on a lot of receivers are not going to want to go there because
it's a style.
Which is cool. Like, it's nothing wrong with that, but it's kind of the truth. Like, I drafted Terry McCullough in my fantasy league and thinking, he got him a quarterback now, but it's just been nonstop runs. But I mean, Cliff Kingsbury's doing a hell of a job, so I think he deserves all the credit he's getting. And I really think that they're going to make a push for that top spot in the NFC East.
Well, it's not going to be hard now. Go on, sir.
No, I mean, I like what Jaden Daniels is doing. Like, especially if you have been fantasy, he's been putting up some numbers for you. So, like, I mean, but as you say, these quarterbacks are quick to get crowned, but they're also quick to get criticized, to get dropped. Exactly, to get criticized. Though, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at Caleb. Like, Caleb was quick, but then they've been criticizing him too. So,
Not to mention, I do have Jaden Daniels as an offensive rookie of the year future. Just putting that out there.
All right, hey, that's a good ticket. That's a good slip right there, though.
Little known fact about Jaden Daniels. So I was drunk at FanDuel last year before the college football season started, and I put $50 in for the Heisman Trophy winner, and I went to click on Jalen Daniels from Kansas. I accidentally clicked on Jaden Daniels, 50 to win $1,000, and I didn't look at the ticket till like fucking October. I go, who the fuck is Jaden Daniels? And he ended up winning the Heisman. So I actually accidentally hit $1,000 for Jaden Daniels. Hey. So thank you, Jaden, and thank the drunken state I was in when I made that. Mike, I was with you. It was that day we were at FanDuel.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Was that the day I was with you?
Yeah, that was the day. Yeah, fucking stupid me. So yeah, hey, as the Cowboy fan, I don't hope he's good. I hope he plays good. I hope Washington stinks, obviously. And since I was a kid, they've never even had a quarterback since RG3 for 1 year. But like they need to find a quarterback for the sake of their fans as a Commander fan, because like it's like me and my brother say as Eagle fans, like, hey, what do you think about Washington? It's Washington. Like they'll just fall by the wayside, forget about them. They win by default. Is what it is, though. All right, now, sir.
What's up?
I know me and you have a different experience with this team. Mike, you're a little later to football than us. I know, like, what, 2002, you got really into it with the Bills, right? All right. And Mike sent in the group chat the other day.
That I'm not a part of?
Yeah, not the one you're a part of.
I don't want to hear about that.
All right. Me and you, sir, have seen a lot of good Viking teams. 98, 03.
Yeah, a couple. Dante Culpepper, get your roll on.
The Cunningham year, 15-1, and it's the Vikings. Yeah. Now, Mike's texted in the group chat that you're not in. The Vikings are for real. I will get to Mike. Sir, are you buying in yet, or have we seen the Vikings burn us too many times?
Nah, I mean, they looking all right. You know what I'm saying? Sam Darnold, bro, he been doing his thing. I mean, like, listen, like he did his thing a couple of times for the Jets, and like he went to Carolina, which apparently nobody could play quarterback except for one guy. Except for one guy can play quarterback for the Panthers, but that's another story. But yeah, then he sat in behind Brock Purdy last year. Shanahan kind of coached him up a little bit, and now he's doing his thing out there. So,
all right, Mike, you buying in?
I'm buying into Brian Flores, man. That guy is getting everybody, confused at the line. I'm very interested to see this game in London because Rodgers is one of the smartest quarterbacks. Reading coverages, I really want to know if he's going to dice him up. If he shuts down Rodgers and just get I'm going to be like, holy moly, like this defense is like more legit than anybody thought it was. But that's the more reason I'm buying into just because how good their defense is with not many big names. I mean, didn't they trade Daniel Hunter to another? Don't the Texans have they traded away pieces and they're still good? So, and then Darnold is having obviously the MVP right now. Goff is tailing him right now, but Darnold I think playing out of his mind. I mean, he's just dicing everybody up. Addison looked back last week. We thought he disappeared. Hawkinson they're getting back I think in a few weeks. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they have a run game. Like Aaron Jones, I thought would be killing it as of right now. He's not. He's doing so. That'd be the only worry I have. But I do think they're a legit contender.
All I know is every time I watch a Vikings game, my man Naylor, I forget his first name, but every time I look up, that brother scored a touchdown. I'm saying they look at eye as a team, and they still got Jefferson, who's easily top 3 receiver in the league.
Yeah.
If not the best, I mean he's a top tier receiver, so he's got some weapons, and he's getting some more. With Hawkins to come back, so they got some weapons to play with.
Nas, you're old enough to remember the Christian Ponder days and the Tavares Jackson days and the Blair Walsh project. Oh. Are you buying it, Nas?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I think they're going to come down to earth sooner but surely. I watched Sam Darnold play. All right, granted, he has all these weapons and everything. Everybody's giving him all this credit. Mike said MVP and all this stupid shit. But no, I'm not buying it. And I think soon it's all going to come downhill. And they'll be back to what we know them as the Minnesota Vikings.
If anybody's watching and doesn't, and why we say this, as me say this, if anyone's watching this, go back to the 2003 season when they started 6-0 with the Mike Tice team, and then go look at Week 17, how they lost to the Cardinals at the end of the game. Just go watch that clip on a 4th and goal from the 20-yard line to get the Packers in the game. And this is why I just can't buy into the Vikings. So
can we buy into the defense? I hear no talk about the defense. The defense is legit.
Great. And somehow a guy will break his ankle as he's going for a tackle. If you didn't do it after the Minnesota Miracle, when can you do it? That's my thing. It's like a miracle, and then you go into Philly, you score the first touchdown, and you get your doors blown off. I don't know, Mike.
The only downside about the whole thing is the division they play in. That division is tough. You got Detroit, who's bowling out. Green Bay, with Jordan Love looks much improved.
They're not going to Detroit and beating them in Detroit.
It's tough. It's tough to go into Detroit, and anybody's going to Detroit. It's tough to beat them at the crib.
From what it sounds like, it looks like Nas is taking +2.5 Jets this week.
It does sound like that. Which is a perfect lead into our picks. That wasn't even set up. Way to go, Mike. Scott, put the standings on the board. Right now, we have Mike leading at 7-5. Sir, with an 0-3 week, is actually in 3rd place now. So Nas is in 2nd at 5-7, with Sir at 4-7-1. That tie will be a killer, I think. And I'm at 4-8 because my teams don't listen to me. But regardless,
they don't listen to you.
They don't listen to me. All right, Mike, you won. You're in 1st place. Started off again this week.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the team who beat the Bills last week, -2.5, the Bengals. I don't see the Bengals winning this game at all. I'll be really surprised. I get their backs against the wall, and I get, they're not playing well and stuff, but, I mean, the Ravens, and also, that over-under looks pretty weird, too. That was kind of a weird over-under, but, yeah, I do like the Ravens. I think -2.5 I'll take all day. I mean, the way that they just beat the crap out of the Bills. And like I said, they'll hit their stride right now. And then my next pick, I'm going to take the Cowboys. Cowboys plus 2.5 versus Steelers. I saw it at plus 3 some places. I don't know. It's depending on you if you want to give that to me.
I'm not.
I did pick the Cowboys. I think you should give me the half point, but
I actually had it at 2.5. That's why I'm not.
Okay. So yeah, I do think you guys beating the Giants is going to give you a little bit of a boost. And going into this week against the Steelers, Justin Fields, I think he plays hero ball. Like he's just trying to like run around and like make plays with the legs and not really. I'll take plus 2.5. I don't think the Cowboys lose this game. And I think the Steelers, Rico might have a big game, honestly. I think Rico might have a big game against Steelers because who did they play last week, the Steelers?
They lost to the Colts, my only victory.
Colts, yeah, I mean, Flacco was tearing them up, and they were running all over them.
Yeah.
So give me the boys plus 2.5. And then the last pick, I might want to pull a Sir here from last week, and I might pick the Texans +1 against the Bills. I'm really just doing that just because I already know I got the other two locked in. I feel like if I go 2-1 and the Bills win, all right, but I can go 3-0 here. So I'm gonna go Texans. I don't think it's not really. I don't have really much info on this game. I mean, the Bills right now don't have a lot of weapons to throw to. I mean, they showed that in the game versus the Ravens. So we're gonna have to like figure out who's our deep field pass. Because like Josh Allen runs around and he like throws a deep pass like the Shakir, and like it's just a miracle like that play. But we have to find a little more of a groove with Kincaid, and I think it'll be a high scoring game. I was gonna take the over in this game, but I just wanted to do Texans money line just to, if Bills win, I lose. The Texans win, I win. So
the kid who had been flying high with the Bills at 3-0 has them dropping to 3-2. All right, Nas, you're up. Because Sir's used to going next, but he went 0-3 last week, so you took over second place.
All right, so I got my first pick. Give me the Jets +2.5. They are going to fly to London and beat the brakes off the Vikings.
Nas,
brakes? Oh my God.
Nas, I love this pick. I think that's a great pick. I do.
They're going to beat all this Salah, Rodgers. No. We're going to get to London, we're going to handle business, and we're going to get back to New Jersey.
Okay.
This is a revenge game for Sam Darnold, by the way, so don't sleep on it.
Sam Darnold, nothing. My second pick, I feel week 1 of the NFL season, Dallas played Cleveland and was plus money.
Yeah.
I feel like Dallas is going to go to Pittsburgh and put on that same performance they put on against Cleveland in Pittsburgh. So give me Dallas +2.5.
Look at you. You and Mike aligning. What good friends you are.
And my last pick,
I don't know what that. A Patriot. You're not going with the Patriots.
Give me the Patriots -1.5. I watched that game on Monday night. And we do not look that bad.
Right.
We're going to run the football and play defense and win that game 13-6.
All right. Now, if you watch that game Monday night, you'll be the only one watching that game on Sunday in the entire United States. And whoever has to announce that game, you must have pissed your boss off or something. Because imagine having to do color commentary for fucking that awful game. But I don't even know. I would cancel that game if it was the NFL. Like, fuck it. All right, go. Thank God they didn't make that prime time.
You could probably hammer the under on that game, too.
Yeah. What's the under? 2?
36.
All right. Sir, go on.
All right. So, last week, I went 0-3. And I've been kind of getting away from what I do.
You did.
This week,
yes.
I'm going back to my roots. I'm going over-unders.
Attaboy.
Game 1. Yo, Nas, you mentioned it. Yo, give me the under 36.5, Miami, New England. Both these teams is terrible. You said 13-6. Last time I did math, that's 19 points. Like, Miami in the last 2 games have scored 15 points without Tua. The Patriots have scored 16 points in the last 2. The under is 32, 12, and 1 in games of totals under 37 since 2020. So give me under 36.5. Under that same logic, my second pick, give me under 36, Raiders, Broncos. Both these teams, ain't really scoring much. And Scott, you know me, I don't really like unders, but I'm taking 2 unders in this one.
Bro, you're an over guy. I've heard that.
I do like overs, but both these games are going to be Nap City right here for anybody watching.
Nap City.
Give me under 30. Give me under 36. Under 36 Raiders, Broncos. And then the third game, Give me Packers, Rams. Give me over 48.5. You know, I like my overs. Both these teams. Jordan Love is back. He put up 4 touchdowns last week. The Rams can put up some points as well. Over 48.5. Give me, and they're Rams, Packers.
Sir, sometimes you gotta stick to the bread and butter, and that's where you gotta away from.
Listen, I've been doing
peanut butter on your toast, and it fucked you.
Listen, I've been doing spreads. I've been doing this. Nah, man. Back to my roots. Over on this. Let's go.
All right, I appreciate that. I want the old sir back, and I hope he's back this week. All right, so Mr. Last Place. Once again, it's not my fault. The teams aren't doing what they aren't supposed to do. Nas, I'm not going to align with you, but I do like your Jets pick. Instead, I'm going to Thursday night. I'm getting my first win out of the way. I know Tampa just beat the brakes off of the Eagles, but now they're on the road. I like Atlanta -1.5 on Thursday night. I don't have any really logic to that. I just like Kirk Cousins in a primetime game.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, you're telling me you just can't win 1.5? But if they win by fucking 1, I'm gonna smash everything in my house.
Last time I checked a Thursday game, it's considered prime time, right?
It is, but you know, you're a road team Thursday night game. Dude, just win 17-14. You cover the 2.5. None of these teams look particularly great, in my opinion, but I think at home, Atlanta, I think they'll cover the 1.5. Then this team almost won last week, should have won. And there's no way they're going 0-5. I like Jacksonville -3 at home. That's another snooze fest of the game. I've been riding with the Colts for 2 straight weeks, and now I'm going against them. Give me Jacksonville and them to actually win in a rout at home. Finally get a home win, like a 31-10 victory, and go 1-4.
I like that pick.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Mike. And finally, maybe it's time I start believing in this team, because they burned me in a suicide pool week 1, and I've been bashing them last week. Mike, I'm going straight up against you. I think Cincinnati, with their back against the wall, is going to cover the 2.5. I think they're going to win this game outright. I'm going Cincinnati +2.5 in a must-win game at home. It is literally...
What defense? They have 0 defense.
You know what? It's the NFL, baby, and things happen. The Raiders beat the Ravens. It is what it is. Sometimes you got a feeling, and if they don't win this game, they're literally probably out of the playoffs. You have to win this game at home. 2-3, you can salvage your season. So give me, I already put a W next to it. Give me the Bengals +2.5, Jacksonville -3, and Atlanta -1.5. Oh, I really wanted to go at Seattle, but I know the Giants are fool killers. And they're just somehow going to win this fucking game, which will annoy me. So anyway, all right, that's our picks. Good luck, everybody. Fantasy Sleeper. I'll start with this. I'm going with Roschon Johnson for Chicago, running back, 4,900 for the Bears. Hit a touchdown last week. Apparently, they've been trying to weed out Swift, from what I'm reading, and I think he'll get some more carries. Plus, second running back, 4,900. Go with it. Nas, you won't have a price, but who you going with?
Yeah, I don't have a price, but I'm going with Antonio Gibson. Rumors came out today that Ramondre Stevenson is probably going to take a little back seat this week. Well, this week or moving forward. And Antonio Gibson can do everything. He can run it. He can catch it. So I really think he's going to play a vital role in our 13-6 win against the Miami Dolphins.
I'm starting in the fantasy, by the way. I'm desperate.
Thank you, no price, Nas. I hope you stick with that tradition, and I don't ever want a price from you for the rest of the year. I want people to have to look it up and do their own work. Mike, go.
I'm going to go with, I think Watson got hurt on the Packers, so I'm going to go with Demarius Wicks, or Dontavius Wicks, I think his name is.
Yeah.
I think he's plus 5,000. I'm sorry, 5,000. I'm going to go with him.
So cheap you don't even know his name. Go on.
Yeah, I just know his last name is Wicks on the Packers. 5,000. I think he's going to have a big game. They really don't have anyone to throw to other than Reed. So I think he has a big game.
All right, and sir, you going with your red rifle again this week or no?
This week I'm going with it. No, I'm not going Andy Dalton again. No, actually, absolutely not. Wide receiver, 5,600. Give me Wendell Robinson from the New York Football Giants. Malik Neighbors, it might not be him. You know, he's in concussion protocol, might not play. Robinson has been low key balling a little bit. He's been, you know, what I'm saying, PPR machine. I was saying he's been getting like a lot of targets. So, and I think he's put up 10 points every first 4 games, at least 10 points. So, 5,600. Give me Wendell Robinson for the New York Giants.
Solid pick there, especially since You don't know about Seattle's defense. All right, sir. You won last week again with your thumbs up, thumbs down, with your sleeper pick. Andy Dalton, our 3 picks were awful, by the way. And that guy from the Bengals who scored every touchdown every week, the week I fucking pick him, guy's got 1 catch for like 6 yards. Like, come on. I can't pronounce his name again, and I'm not gonna. Because he pissed me off. Sir, another thumbs up, thumbs down week for you. Go on.
All right. So last week I gave Travis Kelce the thumbs down, and he had his best game of the season. He doubled his output, so he's been listening. He knows what's up. So this week, my honorable mention, Jordan Love. Welcome back, Mr. Love. You know what I'm saying? 389 yards, 4 touchdowns, but he threw 3 picks and a loss. That's why he's an honorable mention. My player, Jared Goff. He went 18 for 18 passing, 292 yards, 2 touchdowns, even caught one. In a win against the Seahawks on Monday night. Good for you, Mr. Goff.
Mike's MVP pick.
Hey, he's slowly creeping back up there.
I mean, yeah, if you catch a touchdown pass as a quarterback and pitch a perfect game, you got a shot.
Absolutely. Saying so, good for you. Keep doing your thing.
Thumbs down.
No thumbs down. We're all about positivity this week.
No, I'm not. I'll give a thumbs down. It's to the wide receiver.
Oh, you want to hijack my segment now? All right, I see. I see.
My thumbs down's to the wide receiver of the Bengals, who I picked that didn't get me the thumbs up, thumbs down pick. So that's my thumbs down.
All right. Way to hijack it this week, Scott. Thank you.
You didn't follow the rules. You need a thumbs down.
I'm all about positivity. We're all about positivity here.
It's about reality. And the world ain't positivity. We have an election coming up. We have a strike going on, and Israel's getting bombed. So this ain't positive here.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. That's the segment. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
No, if you want to go thumbs down, go thumbs down for the whole tight end market. Because all these tight ends have been playing like trash, but say we're all about positivity here. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I'm fair with sir, so I apologize for my negativity.
It's all right. Let's be positive here, all right?
What's up, Nas?
I got a thumbs up. I don't know if I said this on the podcast. I think I told everybody in the world to pick Colorado at plus 450. Let's get Deion Sanders a thumbs up.
God, the average Colorado Buffaloes. All right, well, that's it. Everyone enjoy your October beginning. Enjoy your fall weather, even though it's still a little hot here in Jersey. Enjoy your baseball, playoffs, things like that. I'll be in the Bronx on Saturday night. Let's go, baby. Go Yankees.
Let's get it.